I want you to look around the room you are sitting in. How much of this do you actually own?
Your Spotify library? You don't own it, you rent access. Your iPhone? If you stop updating it, it stops working. Your home? If you are under 30, statistically, you are renting. I noticed a pattern recently that I couldn't unsee. Nothing is meant to last anymore. Not products, not jobs, not relationships. Everything feels temporary.
At first, I thought this was just modern life moving too fast. But then I followed the money. And I realized this isn't an accident. It is an economic strategy designed to turn you from an owner into a user. To understand why everything feels temporary, you have to understand the shift in the global business model. For 500 years, capitalism was about selling things. Ford sold you a car. Sony sold you a Walkman. The transaction ended. But Wall Street realized that selling is a bad business model because once you own the thing, you stop paying them. So they invented the subscription economy. They rebranded rent as service. BMW tried to charge a monthly subscription just to use heated seats. Adobe stopped selling software and started charging rent for it. When you own something, you have power. You can fix it, sell it, or keep it forever. When you subscribe, you have zero power. Your access exists only as long as their permission does. A movie can vanish from Netflix overnight. A feature can be locked. An account can be banned. We are drifting into a world where a few giant corporations own all the assets, and the rest of us just pay rent to live in their simulation. But what about the physical things we do buy? Have you noticed that your dishwasher breaks in 3 years, but your grandmother's fridge from 1970 is still running? This is called planned obsolescence. In the 1920s, light bulb manufacturers famously met in secret to lower the lifespan of bulbs so people would buy more. Today, this conspiracy is the standard business model. Fast fashion isn't designed to be washed, it's designed to be worn twice. Phones are glued shut so you can't replace the battery. The system requires things to break. If things lasted forever, the GDP would collapse. So we are trained to treat the physical world as disposable. This is where it gets dark. You cannot build an economy on disposability without it infecting the human mind. We have started treating people like products. Jobs used to be careers. Now they are gigs, contracts, pivots. Relationships used to be building blocks. Now they are situationships. Dating apps have gamified human connection into a shopping catalog. If there's a slight friction, swipe left, get a new one, just like the iPhone, just like the car. We have lost the skill of repair. When nothing is stable, you cannot build deep roots. You cannot plan 10 years ahead. You float. And floating feels like freedom until you realize you are drowning. So, who benefits from a world where nothing lasts? Follow the incentives. Anxiety is profitable. The system needs you to feel temporary because when you are anxious, you consume, you subscribe, you try to fill the void with the next temporary thing. A secure person doesn't panic buy. A secure person doesn't need retail therapy. But an anxious person, they are the perfect consumer. Subscription models reward churn. Platforms benefit from short attention spans. Markets benefit when nothing lasts long enough to be inherited. The chaos isn't a failure of the system, it is the fuel. It keeps the money moving, even if it leaves us standing still. So, how do you escape? You can't exit the economy completely, but you can rebel. The radical act you can do in 2026 is to keep something. Repair a shirt instead of throwing it away. Commit to a person, even when it gets boring. We need to reclaim the idea of permanence. Humans aren't built for subscriptions. We are built for legacy. I stopped treating boredom as a problem to solve because boredom is often where depth begins. And depth is the one thing this system cannot monetize easily. They want you to own nothing and be happy. But true happiness comes from what remains when the subscription runs out. If you want to understand how the system keeps you renting your own life, make sure you are subscribed. I'll see you in the next one.